My name is Beth Nolan, and as Program Director of the Greater Bay Chapter, I'd like to welcome you to the Wish Granter Summit 2019. This is an opportunity for you to learn about some recent changes in policies and guidelines, review key practices, and learn about wish granting resources. More importantly, this is a chance for us to thank you for your contribution to our organization. Your involvement makes our mission possible and is instrumental in helping us realize our vision of reaching every eligible child. Today, you will also hear from program team member Maria Mora Rodriguez and Joe Flynn from our corporate team. Our main objective is to review some recent policy changes, many of which came to us as suggestions from you, the wish granters. We'll also discuss resources for wish granters, as well as engaging with corporate partners. We also want to take you behind the scenes of wish granting. We have a new logo and mission statement. As a volunteer and ambassador of our brand, we want to ensure you clearly understand some of these changes, and most notably, the change to our mission statement. At the end of last year, Make-A-Wish America debuted a new logo along with new design elements for the organization's brand. Over the past 2 years, as part of a brand refresh, Make-A-Wish has enlisted the help of hundreds of people from around the world to refine our positioning, strengthen our messaging, and freshen our visual identity. Here are a few important points we want to share. Our mission isn't changing. We have simply refined what language is included in our mission statement. Our eligibility guidance is not changing and remains the same. And lastly, we consider critical illnesses a more public appropriate term than life-threatening medical conditions, but we define both terms the same way through our medical eligibility guidelines. And remember, we grant wishes to children with life-threatening medical conditions, not only terminal illnesses. Most of the changes we're introducing here today came from feedback and suggestions from wish granters. Please know that we value your experience and ideas and welcome your feedback. We're certain that these updates will also make your work as a wish granter easier and more meaningful. Our first change is around shopping sprees. So wish granters can now ride with the family in the limo if desired, and provided that there is room. Each wish granter will also be reimbursed up to $25 for lunch during the spree. You will submit a volunteer expense form for reimbursement, and this amount is in addition to the shopping spree budget. We also now have handy Make-A-Wish branded wagons that we can send wish granters on an as-needed basis. These are good for sprees happening at multiple stores in a mall with lots to carry. If you are working with a child on a shopping spree wish, these changes will be communicated and offered to you by your wish planner. And working with nonverbal children also has a few changes. We now ask that the family complete the communication form prior to assigning a wish team. The completed communication profile is then sent to the wish team at the time of assignment so that they have a sense of how the child communicates before the interview. We've been really encouraged and impressed by the profile returned by families and believe providing this to you before the interview will increase wish quality. This process pertains to children who are truly nonverbal. However, you may find the communication profile helpful to use with young children. It is not required and will not be completed by the family prior to the interview, but you can still feel free to use it. Please note that although the family completes the communication profile, the wish team will continue to complete the wish paperwork and obtain signatures. As always, if a portion of the paperwork does not apply, please indicate NA. It is an audit requirement for us to have completed wish paperwork in every file. We have changed our wish information form, the information about the child and family that you receive at wish assignments. We found that we were providing too much detail, but perhaps not all the important information that you need. You can see some of the changes highlighted on our new form, and they include specifying the child language, parent language, and if the child is nonverbal in a very clear manner. We also have created sections for child custody, siblings, and indicate with which parent the child resides. Please note that we do our very best to provide you with accurate and current information, but often we are not given entirely correct information, or things change. When you do reach out to the family, please report back to the office if any of the information we provided is incorrect or outdated. We understand that often wish observers, newly trained wish granters, were becoming frustrated satisfying the observation requirement. Also, since we've implemented virtual training, there is a touch point that's eliminated. So we wanted to offer our new wish granters a little extra support. Our wish observation volunteers, who are experienced wish granters, will be calling newly trained wish granters after their first interview to get feedback about their experience with the wish process and training, their team, and also answer any questions they might have. Newly trained wish granters are expected to continue on any wishes they've observed, but after the interview, they can now sign up for any wish as a wish granter. Newly trained observers are free to observe more than one wish if they'd like, depending on their experience and comfort level with the process.
The policies we'll be reviewing in the next few slides are set by our national office to ensure consistency and equity among chapters. Also, wish families hear each other's stories, and we want each family to feel they are treated equally. Remember, your job is to gather as much information as possible and to get to the why of the wish. Let us do the more difficult job of explaining national policies. We're also sharing these policies with you so that you know when it is most important to probe for backup wish ideas. Make-A-Wish strives to grant developmentally age-appropriate wishes for all wish children. Our national policies dictate age minimums for some travel wishes. The wish child must have reached the minimum age by the time of the wish trip. If a child does not meet the age minimum for a wish they express, we ask you not to say no, but rather to keep this in mind and get some backup wish ideas. An example would be if a 3-year-old child wishes to go to Hawaii, find out what about Hawaii is important to the child. Is it swimming in more warm water, staying near the beach, building sandcastles, staying in a hotel with a pool? By gathering this information, we can offer alternatives to the family that will meet the child's vision. Duration of wishes is also set nationally, and we cannot extend wish timelines. This is another case where we want to be fair and equitable, both among families and between chapters. Occasionally, the family may choose to extend their wish, but they must handle all travel planning for the extension. Also keep in mind the duration for international wishes indicates the time spent at the destination. Travel days may extend the total trip duration, and there are rare exceptions based on cruise schedules. For example, most Hawaii cruises are 7 days, 6 nights. If a wish child tells you their wish is to go to Paris for a month, your job as a wish granter is to ask the child follow-up questions. Would you still want to go to Paris for a shorter trip? You do not need to bring up Make-A-Wish policy. Our goal is to grant wishes within 6 to 9 months. As much as we'd like to include everyone who has helped the wish child through their journey, we do have to again be consistent and fair. And we want to be in a position to make sure every eligible child is granted a wish, which means we can't always include everyone the family would like to invite. In most cases, others may participate in the wish at their own expense. A nurse may be an approved participant if it is required by the medical team. This can be a complex issue though, because nursing licenses don't always transfer from state to state. Also, a child who has significant nursing needs may not be a candidate for travel. Remember never to make promises. Often celebrity or group wishes limit the number of participants even more. During the wish interview, please take note of everyone the family is asking to participate. Staff will follow up to explain our policies. Here are the wish types our chapter grants by percentage. You can see that travel wishes are the most popular, followed by wishes to have, meet, and then a tie for wishes to be and wishes to help. All the travel wishes mean that we greatly benefit from donated air miles. 44 million annually would allow us to fly every family with air miles. Reviewing the wish types, with the exception of to give, can be a way to get the child thinking about options. We like to encourage the wish child to be selfish and therefore don't typically bring up the wish to give. We just reviewed who normally is approved as participants. Celebrity wishes sometimes have some further rules regarding participants. Often at either the request of the celebrity's team or at the discretion of Make-A-Wish, participants for the actual wish experience itself, meet and greet, or set visit may be further limited. For example, it may be limited to the wish child and one adult. The reason for this is either there are rules about the number of people who can visit the location, limited space at the venue, or in the case of a large group wish, too many extra family members can make it difficult to focus on the wish children. We will always share any restrictions and participants directly with the family. All celebrities are managed via a national waitlist to ensure fairness for all of the wish kids who are waiting to meet that celebrity, and so that there is just one Make-A-Wish representative contacting the celebrity. This means that just because a music artist might be coming through the Bay Area on tour, your local wish child may not be able to meet them here. Rather, the wish child who has been on the waitlist the longest will be invited. A celebrity wish is any wish to meet an individual, including actors, actresses, musicians, athletes, YouTube stars, and other public figures. Wishes to meet sports teams and attend major sporting events, games, companies such as Apple, Facebook, Nintendo, and Pixar, as well as movie premieres, set visits, and award shows. We know that kids often express their interest in certain celebrities as backup wishes or mentioned them as part of their favorites. We also understand the inclination to incorporate that into the reveal, but please remember that we cannot ask any celebrities to be a part of reveals or celebrations, including YouTube stars. Not only does Make-A-Wish have a specific process for contacting these celebrities that we need to respect so that we can ensure they keep granting wishes with us, but there may also be other kids waiting to meet that celebrity. It isn't fair if a child getting another wish gets a video from a celebrity when another child may have been waiting a long time to meet the celebrity. This could be considered a double wish, since some kids who are unable to travel are offered videos from celebrities as their wish. If you are ever unsure if someone you want to reach out to would be considered a celebrity by Make-A-Wish, please reach out to your wish planner.
Next, we'd like to take a few minutes to review things we receive questions about frequently. The role of a wish-granting volunteer is to observe and gather information to relay to the staff while helping the wish child feel special. Please take note of the family's requests, questions, and concerns surrounding the wish, and let them know you'll discuss everything with the Make-A-Wish staff. Even if a family's request may seem possible from your point of view, there could be a reason as to why Make-A-Wish cannot honor it. Avoid making statements that may insinuate something is possible. For example, I don't see why we can't make that happen, or that does not seem unreasonable. I'm sure Make-A-Wish can pull that off. A wish must be approved by both the wish child's doctor, program director, and sometimes the Make-A-Wish CEO and executive committee. Conversely, do not feel responsible for telling the family no about anything at the initial meeting, particularly in front of the wish child who may not understand the why behind it. Simply let the child and family know that you will take their request to the Make-A-Wish office for approval. We do not want to disappoint a wish child during the initial meeting. We do also request that you ask for multiple wish ideas so that a child is already getting excited about different ideas in case not all ideas can be granted. Both the reveal and celebration are ways to enhance a child's wish and keep the child excited about anticipating the wish. Ideally, all members of the wish team will participate in both the reveal and the celebration. Reveals and celebrations need to be related to the wish. For example, you would not want to take a child to a Giants game to reveal their wish to Hawaii is coming true. However, it would be a good idea to involve the Polynesian dancers listed on WishNet. Enhancements should not be so grand as to constitute a second wish. For example, asking a celebrity to record a video to tell their child the wish is coming true. Reveals and celebrations are ideal opportunities to involve corporate partners, we'll discuss that a little bit later, and the community. In all cases, please work closely with the family to determine what type of reveal or celebration is best for their child, especially with nonverbal children. And just to clarify, the reveal happens at the time that the child's wish has been approved by the chapter, and then the send-off celebration is when you drop off the itinerary and goodie bag, approximately 1 week before the wish. We often find ourselves waiting for the family to obtain appropriate travel documentation, especially passports. Wish granters can help by taking photos of the driver's licenses at the time of the interview. We're also required to obtain the consent of both custodial parents. Staff will follow up with any other documentation that's needed in the event that both parents are not at the interview. Please gather as many different ways to contact the family as possible, each parent's cell phone and email. This really helps the program team during the planning phase. Unusual wishes, especially those involving skilled labor, require us to locate those resources. Although we do have a budget, it is extremely difficult to find reputable craftsmen with the availability to help us. And remember, all celebrity wishes are managed via a national wait list. Popular celebrities often have a long wait list, and celebrities we have never worked with before can sometimes take a while to establish a relationship with. And lastly, we must have clearance from the child's medical team for any wish travel or wishes involving pets or physical activity. If the medical team tells us that a wish is not medically appropriate, we check back periodically. This is another situation where we may need to look to back up wishes. Wish planners will update you when they receive new information, but there may be periods with no updates. But please feel free to reach out to your wish planner if you're curious about what's going on with any wishes. We began using BBVA wish cards about a year ago to allow us more flexibility. The family does not have to cash a check any longer and travel with a large amount of cash. And we can add funds if a trip is extended, for example, a medical emergency or travel delays. We can also ship bags to you now without a signature. And also it's easy to replace a lost card. It is imperative that the family withdraw $100 before 4 p.m. one business day before wish travel to ensure the card is working. We don't have the capability to fix major issues outside business hours, which is why we ask for this test to occur within business hours. We've had very few issues with these BBVA wish cards and believe they contribute to a much better wish experience. We still use cashier's checks for international wishes, as we are finding difficulty in some foreign countries with the wish cards. Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area has a program team member on call for wish emergencies for families and wish granters on wishes currently in progress. If a family contacts you with an emergency while they're on their wish, please ask them to call 1-800-464-9474 and tell the operator it is a wish emergency. Volunteers are not expected, nor do we want them to handle or fix any problems that arise while a family is on their wish. If you are a volunteer on the day of a wish with an emergency, you may also call that same number and tell the operator it's a wish emergency, and they will transfer you. It's also very important to determine a family emergency contact at the time of the wish interview. If for some reason we cannot reach the family, we need an alternate.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe Flynn. I'm the Corporate Development Manager at Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area, and alongside our Director Allie and our Corporate Development Associate Kelsey and our Corporate Development Coordinator Molly, we make up the Corporate Development team. Our role is to keep our corporate partners happy and to continue to find funding in order to make all of the wishes that you're working on possible. So here you can see a list of our current national partners. All of these partnerships are managed by our national office in Phoenix, and a lot of these names may sound familiar to you. In fact, you may have worked on some of wishes that have taken place with some of these corporate partners, or you may have helped out with one of our fundraising campaigns with Macy's or with Maggiano's or one of these other names that might look familiar to you. It's really important for us to make sure that we continue to find wish enhancements for these partners so that they can continue to feel like they're engaged and that they have some incentive in the fundraising that we're asking them to do. Here we'll see a list of our local and regional partners. So again, a lot of these may be familiar to you. For example, you may have assisted on a wish that took place at PlayStation, or you may have done a wish enhancement at Black Bear Diner. And again, the same thing is true. We want to make sure that we're giving all of these partners as many opportunities to feel like they're a part of a wish as possible. Now, as I said, we have many opportunities to engage our corporate partners in wish enhancements, wish reveals, and send-offs. So to start with Black Bear Diner, their locations in Gilroy, Monterey, and Salinas are available for all three of those celebrations, send-offs, and reveals. Brooks Brothers has locations throughout the Greater Bay Area chapter, and they are willing to host kids for outfitting. So if you have a kid who's coming up, whose wish is coming up that's going to be on a cruise, or they might be doing something that requires some sort of formal attire, they'd be a great fit for a Brooks Brothers wish enhancement. California Pizza Kitchen, again, is available for enhancements, reveals, and send-offs, along with Dave & Buster's, who will not only provide food for the family, but they'll also provide the child with unlimited game coupons to participate in their games. One of our new ones is the Hard Rock Cafe in Fisherman's Wharf, and they'll provide kids with send-offs, reveals, and celebrations, as well as Lolly and Pops, a new brick and mortar store that's opening in San Francisco. So the process for requesting these wish enhancements with our corporate partners is fairly simple. You can find either mine or Allie or Kelsey's or Molly's contact information on WishNet, and from there you'll be able to see which one of us oversee one of those partnerships. And we just ask that at least 2 weeks before the event that you're trying to plan, you reach out to us and let us know the age of the wish kid, some of their favorite things, the number of guests, the time requested, and the specific location that you're looking to do the wish enhancement at. And from there, we'll reach out to our key contacts at those locations and get that set up for you. And before we wrap up, I just want to share some wish enhancement success stories. On the left here, you see a photo of Liam. Last summer, he had a wish to go to the Ryder Cup, which is a golf tournament that takes place in Europe. So before he went, we made sure that he was outfitted in all of the proper golf attire that he needed. And as you can see from the photo, the Brooks Brothers associate is helping him get fitted, and this Brooks Brothers associate now has an experience with this wish child, and he's really getting to understand the impact of the wish. So then when it comes time for our fundraising campaign with Brooks Brothers in April, he'll be able to translate this experience to his customers and really let them know the impact of the wish and why it's important for them to donate. Same with this wish child on the right. Her wish was to go to Paris, specifically because she was really inspired by some French cuisine. So we revealed her wish with our partner Maggiano's in San Jose. They came out with her own chef's coat. She got to meet the chef. She got her own chef's hat, and they really made her feel special. And most importantly, when we have our campaign with Maggiano's in the summer, the servers there now have some experience to draw from when they're asking their customers for donations. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us with our contact information that you can find on WishNet. Thank you.
We track all costs associated with a wish, whether direct, cash, or in-kind donation. If you secure a donation, please know that we will need the value in order to send an acknowledgement to the donor. The value must be determined by the donor via an invoice or website, etc. The wish planner must have that documentation in hand in order to send an acknowledgement. We hear time and time again that people are happy to be involved with Make-A-Wish and are honored that we ask for a donation or discount. So don't be afraid to request a discount or a donation. Often wish granters will approach local merchants for cake, ice cream, pizza for a wish celebration. There are also letters on WishNet that you can present to a merchant or vendor when requesting a discount or donation. We hope that you are all using WishNet and our volunteer Facebook page, but we'd like to take a few minutes to review both. Please contact our volunteer manager, Daniel Marley, if you need access to WishNet or the volunteer Facebook page. We're making every attempt to have all necessary forms on WishNet to avoid sending out as email attachments. WishNet is there to be a resource to you. You'll find information about preparing for the Wish interview, Make-A-Wish policies, and various forms that you need along the way. We encourage you to access this resource regularly, as it has all the documents you need to submit and stay informed as a Wish granter. The resources page and forms page are two of the most critical areas to familiarize yourself with. The resources for Wish enhancement under Wish planning and celebrations. This page is constantly being updated with our corporate partners. For example, our newest one is Legacies of the Pacific. They'll come to be part of a Hawaiian or Polynesian wish reveal, where the Ferrari's owner group will help with car-loving wish kids. The reimbursement form. This is also a new option. You can now submit your receipts for reimbursement online, and you no longer need to mail in hard copy forms and receipts. The form will go directly to the Wish planner, who will then submit in the office, and a check will be mailed directly to you. The volunteer Facebook page is a great place to see creative reveals and celebrations. Often, opportunities for volunteers are posted too, for example, tickets to sporting events, or sometimes special wish requests if we need help assembling a treehouse or painting a fort. One reminder, even though our volunteer Facebook page is a closed group, we ask that any Wish Kid photos are from PROK families only. Our Wish Equity Initiative began when we noticed our monolingual Wish families were waiting over twice as long for Wish interviews. Since then, we've received a grant from our national office and are participating in a research study with a Stanford medical resident. As you can see, 17% of our families are Spanish speaking and 2% speak languages other than English or Spanish. The East Bay has the highest number of Spanish speaking Wish families. We are reaching out to the Latino community for referrals as well as targeted Wish grantor recruitment. We also translate all of our social media posts into Spanish. On average, it takes 24 days to assign a Wish team to a Spanish-speaking family versus 16 days for English-speaking. We've seen the gap close a little from 2017 to 2018, but we still have work to do. It's difficult to know the exact number of bilingual Wish grantors that we need, but we will continue to do targeted recruitment until there's no disparity in assigning Wish teams. Please let us know if you have any connections to the Latino community or access to affinity groups at your employment.
We'd like to share more with you about what the program team does and who does what. Kelly takes the Wish from referral through medical eligibility and Wish team assignment. Jasmine picks it up from there and handles the Wish from Wish team assignment through the interview process, Wish paperwork review, and medical and chapter approval. After chapter approval, which sometimes requires CEO and board approval, the Wish is assigned to a Wish planner, generally based on caseload and language skills. Kelly typically has 75 to 100 wishes on her desk and Jasmine close to 150. A Wish planner will plan 75 to 100 wishes per year and has typically 60 to 80 wishes in process at any given time. A Wish planner will reach out with updates, but please feel free to reach out to a Wish planner if you have any questions about the status or progress of your wish. Our goal this year is to grant 400 wishes. We're in the midst of developing a 3-year strategic plan, and our vision remains to reach every eligible child, which we believe to be close to 700 children in our region.
Wishes would not be possible without referrals, and most of our eligible referrals come from the medical community. We've recently made referring a child easier with our new intake and medical eligibility system. It eliminates the needs for faxes and original signatures throughout the eligibility process. The program team is also responsible for medical outreach, and we are continuously reaching out to referral sources to build strong relationships. Recently, we've noticed that Wish teams are being assigned very quickly, in most cases 1 to 2 weeks. And we want to thank you, the Wish coordinators, and you Wish grantors for making that happen. We have champions at each of our top referral sources and a very active medical advisory council that helps us reach eligible children. We give regular presentations to social workers, child life specialists, residents, and subspecialty clinics, just to name a few. Last year, we granted 377 wishes and 104 wish assists, where Greater Bay hosts a child from another chapter. You can also see a breakdown here of wishes granted by age. The 18 plus is for kids referred by their 18th birthday, but the wish takes place before their 21st birthday. Our eligibility criteria still remains 2.5 years to 18 at the time of referral. Our cash direct wish cost slightly decreased from 2017 to 2018, while in-kind or donation has increased. Since we do so many travel wishes, Air Miles donations are a huge help in offsetting wish cost, which means we can grant more wishes. As you can see, most of our wishes and wish grantors are located in the East Bay. Those of you in the San Francisco region know how difficult it can be to be assigned to a wish, and you can see the reason here. We have 139 wish grantors in the San Francisco region for only 42 wishes a year. Here are the Greater Bay chapter's most popular wishes. Disney World is our most popular wish at 19%, followed by Disneyland and 15% of our wishes, Hawaii, 14% of our wishes, international wishes, 12%, and lastly, celebrity wishes at 8%. It's time to celebrate our accomplishments, none of which would be possible without you. We thank you for your dedication to our mission and for helping wishes come true. In 2018, we granted 377 wishes and 104 wish assists. We also did 433 wish interviews in 2018. 2019, we've done over 185 wishes to date and received over 243 eligible referrals. Our goal this year is to grant 400 wishes. If you have any questions about today's material, please reach out to the program team or the volunteer manager. And please know that we welcome your feedback. Again, many of the changes we discussed today came about through suggestions from our wish granting community. And one last huge thank you for all that you do for our wish children and families. The last step to complete this summit is a quiz, and you will be receiving details on this final step soon. Thank you once again.